Okay, here is the second part of our topic 4 review. And so we did another video for number 1. We're going to start on number 2 for this video for those of you that need help in this section. So number 2 on our review says to use the weight machines at a health club, you must be at least 12 years old. Brandon writes the inequality A is greater than 12, where A represents age in years to represent this. Is Brandon correct? Explain. So A is greater than 12. It says you must be at least 12. So can you be 13 and use the weight machines? Yes. Can you be 14? Yes. Can you be 11? No. Can you be exactly 12? Yes, you have to be at least 12. So if you can also be 12, you need to have greater than or equal to is the correct inequality here. So it says, is Brandon correct? The answer is no, because he forgot to include 12 in his inequality. So in that case, right, his inequality said it had to be greater than 12. He didn't include 12. He needed greater than or equal to so that he could include age 12 in his inequality. Okay, that one was pretty easy, so we're going to keep, or pretty quick, I should say. So we're going to keep going with this video and do number 3. It says, which graph represents the solutions of the inequality m is less than 4? Okay, so you're obviously looking for your circle to be around the number 4, right? So if you look right now, this one's around the number 3, so it cannot be A. This one's around the number 5, so we know it cannot be D. So it's got to be either B or C, because those are the only ones that have the circle around the number 4. Okay, so this says M is less than 4, which means the arrow has to be pointing to all the numbers less than 4. So the one that has the arrow pointing to all the numbers less than 4, bell ringing, is going to be answer B. B has them pointing all less. This one has them pointing greater than. Okay, good. We're going to keep rolling with this right now. And this next one does take a little time. So this will probably be the next chunk of video. We'll see how long it takes. All right, number 4 is another one that is going to take a little bit of time and probably need your scrap piece of paper. Okay, so on our scrap piece of paper for number 4, it says choose all the equations that are true if x equals 8. So you can either choose to solve all of them, or you can substitute 8 in for x. I'm going to show you the substitution. All right, so 7/9 times x. So instead of x, we're going to put the 8. So times 8 equals 6 2/9. This is asking, does this work, basically? So the side we have to do is this side. So remember that this is really times 8 over 1 here. So we got to do this. 7 times 8 is going to give us 56. Over 9 times 1 gives us 9, right? And we're saying, does this actually equal 6 2/9? So I have to change this back into a mixed number to see if that's actually true. So how many times does 9 actually fit into 56 nicely? It fits in 6 times nicely, right? So how many are left over then, right? So 9 times 6 is really only 54, right? So I am left with 2/9. And yes, we did get that exact answer then. So this one is true. Okay, that's how we do this. Now we're going to try it again. This is how we do it with substitution. So the next one, we're going to substitute 8 in for x in this equation and see if it is true. So instead of x, I'm going to write 8 plus 11.5 equals 20.5. And again, we're seeing, is that true? If I add 8 to 11.5, do I in fact get 20.5? Okay, and so let's think about this for a second, right? If you take off the 0.5 there for a minute and I just add 8 and 11, I get 19. Then I got to add that 0.5. So I really get 19.5 on this side. Did that equal 20.5? No, those are not equal. So this one I'm not going to check. All right, let's go again. 23.42. 23.42. This time it says minus x. So I'm going to put my 8 there, minus 8. Does that equal 15.42? And that's a question. If I subtract 8 from 23.42, do I get 15.42? Okay, and so let's say you're not really sure. Remember, you can always set this up the long way if you need to. So 23.42 minus 8, remember there's a decimal here, and you can put 0.00 to fill that in and do it the long way. So if you're not sure, always depend on the long way to get your answer here. So 2 minus 0 is 2. 4 minus 0 is 4. Got to borrow here because we can't do 3 minus 8. So borrow to make that a 1. 13 minus 8 is 5. And then 1 minus nothing is 1. So did we get 15.42? We sure did. So this box we want to check. All right, again, 11x equals 88. So we're going to put 8 in for x and see if we get the right answer here. So 11 times 8 equals 88, question mark. Well, what's 11 times 8? 11 times 8 is 88. So this one we also check. Okay, one last one to check on. X divided by 48 equals 6. Now, this one's going to trick some people, I think. So, again, put 8 in for X. Ooh, bell again. Sorry about the bell. So, if we put 8 divided by 48 equals 6, question mark. Okay, so a lot of people are going to say, oh, yeah, 48 divided by 8 is 6. Well, that's not what this says. This says 8 divided by 48. So this would be, if you had set this up the long way, it looks like this. How many times does 48 fit into 8? It doesn't. So this we would have to start with a decimal, right? And do it like this. So right away, we know that this one is not true, okay? And so that's how you do number 4. All right, we're going to cut the video again. So this is the second section. If you needed it in here, you can watch. If you need more, I will make another one and post it underneath.